Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up, everybody? What is going down? Week 10 is upon us. Yes, shout out to the crew. Shout out to Corey in the house. Shout out to Jumbo. What is this? Jumbo formation. What up? Thoughts on Dante Thornton now? And he said, liked on the way in, you the man. Well, let me see. Like where I'm gonna go look where he's kind of been at, like snap count wise, because now we're getting rid of Jacoby over there. But let's go see where he's been snap count wise. Wait, why didn't he didn't play in week 9? Is he hurt? Yeah, hold on, let me see. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. Like, was he a healthy scratch? Like, was he even hurt? Because I mean, just losing Jacoby, if you're that far down the pecking order, like, I mean, just losing one guy, isn't gonna make him like automatically relevant. Because I mean, I'm pretty sure. I don't think he was injured and out. I think he was a healthy scratch. Let me know if I'm wrong about that, though. What up, Corey? He said May versus Tampa or McCarthy versus Detroit. That's a good question. And let's see. So Bucks. Hold on, let me. Getting ready to post all the best and worst matchups tomorrow, just kind of finalizing some of the information. So Bucks are 20th. Yeah, I don't even know what that equates to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So tied for 12th. And then Detroit, I mean, has Detroit even been? Yeah, actually, Detroit's a better matchup. Detroit's a better matchup for JJ. Kind of just leaning May right now. I mean, he's been so good, and it is still a good matchup for him as well. So I don't, I don't think I'm going again. I don't think I'm going against May. No. Shout out to Stranger. What up, bro? And jumbo formation, Knicks or Brissett. Who the Broncos play the hell do the Broncos play? Still trying to remember. Oh yeah, they play the Raiders on Thursday. That's probably good. That's probably gonna be good right there. Arizona versus the Seahawks. Seahawks have been kind of tough, right, against the quarterbacks. Not extremely tough, but I think I'm going Knicks. I think that's where I'm leaning, bro. Hey, Minnesota Mike in the house. What up, bro? How you liking your squad in the draft? I don't have the draft up. We're still talking starts and sits, but let's see who's Mike got. James Cook, Sutton, and Judkins. Nice start. Jumbo, May or Lamar or Caleb. I mean, Lamar, just if you have him, you don't sit him. I mean, look at what he did in this past week, man. I mean, that's like it could be an anytime thing with no weapons. Like, could you imagine if he actually had weapons? Hey, what up, Jamie? Oh, he said my dumbass show starts soon, so I can't stay. All good, bro. All good. Hey, Toyota One, what up? So it's about that time. Let's get it. We're gonna go for some gas station sushi. This is, where's the percentage? 36.23% THC. Hey, Celtics in the house. What up, bro? Thanks for holding it down on TikTok. I mean, on Twitch, homie. Yes. All right. Time for a bowl ski. All right, all right. I am going to go live on TikTok here to see if we can get a few new followers there. Celtics, I gave up Rico for chips, thinking he was going to split with Chuba on the bad teams. And now I face Chuba, and I have Mahomes, Rice, Javonte on bye. Ooh, yeah, that's tough, man. That's tough, man. This week is, it's rough, dude. I mean, we had 4 teams on by this week. There was it 4 last week, and then 2 the week before that, and then like 6 the week before that, or some shit. I don't even know how it's been. You face Rico, yeah. That's tough, bro. Yeah, that's why it's that's why I try not to make emotional trades. It's fucking hard though. It's definitely easier said than done. Definitely easier said than done. Luckily for me, there's some leagues where people won't trade with me at all. So I just get stuck with guys like that and can't make the move. Sometimes it ends up working out. Jumbo said I need 2, Bill, Aaron Jones, Tracy, or Woody, and starting Genty already. Okay, so this would be an RB2 and a flex. Man, I want to say Bill, but dude, I mean, the Lions combined with like all their injuries and everything going on, I don't know. That might be easy to take him out of that game. You know what? Tracy's got to play versus the Bears. I mean, their run D has been very, very soft. So yeah, you definitely got to play Tracy. And then, so Aaron Jones and Woody are the other ones. Aaron Jones going against the Ravens. I mean, Ravens a little bit different though now with Lamar back. Because it's funny, just him. He just energized some of the crew. Just him being there because he played way better on defense. And who's the other one? Woody versus the Jags. Jags haven't been that bad. Kind of middle of the road. I'm gonna say Aaron Jones. I'm gonna say Tracy and Aaron Jones there. Tried to 1. Someone offered me their James Cook for my Judkins and Genty. What? I mean, it'd be nice to get James Cook, but I don't want to give up 2 not amazing starters. But I mean, if James Cook is the S class, I mean, Genty's probably an A-, and Judkins is probably an A- or a B+. Like, I feel like they're both there. I don't know. I'm not even thinking schedule wise, just like how good they've been doing, because Judkins has been doing great. I know he's hurt. Let's hope that there's no issues with him. Celtics also lost by 7 points. I had Mahomes and Butte. Damn it. Jimmy said I got bums in my league who won't trade with me because they think I'm some magical wizard that knows something they don't. Hey, I feel you, bro. I feel you. Celtics said, who do you think is going to win the MVP? It's tough, man. It's tough. Like, let's see who has the best record in the league right now, because especially like so many injuries, like that's making it an issue as well. 3-7-2 teams, and it's gonna end up being Mahomes, man. Like, I called it at the beginning of the year. I'm still sticking with it. Dude, that's crazy. 7-2 is the best record. Nobody has less than 2 losses. Yeah, it's everything's just a little bit more even this year than previous years. I mean, dude, we're going previous years. I mean, sometimes we have multiple undefeated teams. What we're getting, and exaggeration, obviously, but seeming like we have better teams than we do this year is like there's so many injuries. So many injuries. I mean, you have the Jets and the Titans with 1 win apiece. That's definitely like, worst. Saints also. But yeah, I'm sticking with Patrick Mahomes because I bet you they're going to get on a little bit of a run. Because, like, honestly, like if we're talking about like the number 1 teams, Patriots and Drake May. I mean, I don't know his stats right now, but, looking good out there. But would he be an MVP contention? Like, hell no. Like same thing with Danny Pesos. I mean, they're 7-2 right now, but would anybody think that he's in MVP contention? Like, fuck no. And then same with with Bo Nix at 7-2. Would they think him for MVP? Like, I don't think so. Over in the national football, in the national conference, we got the Eagles at 6-2. I mean, Barkley, he hasn't been putting like last year. We would have been more of an MVP candidate than this year. So if anybody is on their team, it would be Hurts. And I don't even know if we think of him as like MVP caliber. The Bucks are 6-2. I mean, do we think fucking Baker Mayfield? Because who else would it be over there with the injuries and shit that they have? Seahawks and Sam Darnold, the Rams and Stafford. Those are the other 2 lost teams, 6-2 over there. I think the MVP is nowhere like close to being determined right now. I think it's going to be a second half of the season award. Yeah, because like there's nobody who really like stands out as far as like that should be them. And Corey said who to pick up at tight end: Andrews versus Minnesota, and Njoku versus the Jets, Loveland versus the Giants, Ertz versus Detroit, Schultz, Jacksonville. I probably just want to lean on Andrews, man, with Lamar back. I mean, look what happened last week. Like he's not going to score 2 touchdowns every week, but I mean, those are the kind of that's the kind of opportunity that we want. That's for sure. Ooh, lost Kraft. Yeah, that sucks. So I lost it. I declined it because 2 starters for 1 didn't make sense, but it was close. Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, you want to get a guy like Cook. See, like for me, I would be willing to trade like 4 players for Cook, but it wouldn't be Genty and who was it, Judkins. Like I'd try not to trade either one of those, but still give up 4 players. But yeah, even that. Trading like he's trying, whoever that was trying to get some depth, but some very, very good depth for Cook. So he was doing the right thing. Celtics is going to be May, Mahomes, or Josh. It's definitely not going to be Josh Allen, man. I mean, I know that he just beat Mahomes like right now, but like, I don't know, man. It seems like he's having a very down like Josh Allen, type of year. Like, I don't know. I guess I haven't looked at like all the stats all close. I've like through 9 weeks or whatever. What up, Raiders? Jack, what's going down, bro? Jamie said, let's give it to Jacoby Brissett. Hey, killing it. What up, Chris Bay? And Celtics said Drake May, superstar, historic, second-year season. Pat's got pretty easy schedule. Pats could easily be the number 1 seed in the AFC if that happens. May unanimously. Well, if they get the number 1 seed in the AFC, I'd say it's probably going to be hard not to give it to him. I'd say that's for sure, because nobody going into this season, I don't think thought the Patriots would be 7-2 at this point. Like maybe if we went through every game and really like thought about it, but I don't think anybody thought that the Patriots would be in contention and literally having the best record in the league. If not, I mean they're tied. Who else has the 7-2 that I said? The Colts. They're the other one with the 7-2, and then we got a handful of teams that are 6-2. The Bills, Chargers are 6-3. They just haven't had their bye yet. Let's see in the NFC. Eagles are 6-2. I mean, Packers are 5-2-1. Bucks are 6-2. Seahawks are 6-2. Rams are 6-2. And Crispy said Tony for MVP.
Man, fuck Tony.
Yeah, Toyota one. Mac Jones and CMC is my MVP. Hey man, Mac Jones is killing it, and CMC killing it. They're 6-3, so they're right on the cusp still. And hey, shout out to Jason. What up, bro? Celtics said, I love how wide open the NFL is with a good amount of solid teams. Yeah, for sure. And I mean, injuries definitely made a difference this year. I mean, a lot of teams, because even the way that the Ravens are right now, like, I mean, I know they played Miami, last week, but like, look how potent they fucking look with Lamar, and they're 3-5 because he missed like 4 weeks or however many weeks that he missed. Yeah. And they're only 2 games behind the Steelers at the end of the day. So it's not like they're even like super out of it for their conference. We already know the Steelers, though. They're going to do their thing. They always do. But yeah, let's see. If it finished today, the AFC, let's just put the Patriots there, just because the other way is Danny Pesos. So Patriots would be 1, Colts would be 2. Actually, I forgot the Broncos are 7-2 also. So I don't really know who has the tiebreaker between any of them, but it would be the Patriots, Colts, and Broncos, the 1, 2, and 3. And then Steelers would be the 4. Bills would be the 5. Chargers would be the 6. And then and that is the Jags, because the Jags are 5-3 right now. Chiefs are 5-4 right now. So if it finished today, Chiefs wouldn't even make the playoffs. How fucking crazy is that? And what about on the NFC side of things? Eagles, Bucks. That'd be Eagles, Bucks, Seahawks. That would be the 1, 2, and 3. Packers would be the 4. And then Rams, 49ers, Lions, and Bears. Shit, Lions and Bears are tied right now. I don't know who has the tiebreaker between them. I mean, it shows here that the Lions are higher in the standings. But yeah, interesting, man. And only 3 losses for both sides of the wild card division right now. Interesting. Tyler wants to know I changed it. MVP going to Tony.
Man, fuck Tony!
And Jumbo, Sharbs or Corum? I'm going Sharbs. He said, is Benson playing this week? I don't know if Benson is playing this week. I mean, still, I guess too early to tell for him, but I'd be nervous about him either way. Jason, anything Marcus Mariota is a good spot start for 20 points, playing the Lions, bottom 5 defense. I have Mahomes and Prescott on the bye this week. I mean, you could do worse for sure because of the matchup, but there's so many injuries over there. Like I wouldn't want to start him, but what else are your options though? I mean, because it's gonna be super thin, especially when you got 2 guys like Dak and Mahomes who are on bye. Celtics said I got Eagles and the Rams out of the NFC. Yeah, for sure, man. Both teams looking solid. Captain Moistbeard, what up? Said I'll be straight up. I'm not starting any Manders players. Any what? What players? Monday players? Which one? Let me know. Jay said I'd be worried about the timeshare until Benson's 100%. Right. They have a lot of running backs on their squad. And they don't necessarily love any of them. They're all getting like a big split. So yeah. Bob, what up? Should I drop Knight for Loveland or Musgrave or RB White? I have Pitts. Thanks. I guess I'm just not super huge on Musgrave. Like, I know that he's like next man up, but like he wishes he was Kraft. I mean, he'll never be him. Let's not forget, like, Kraft was so good that he overtook like Musgrave. And Minnesota Mike said Judkins going off this week versus the goddamn Jets. Yeah, man. No Quinnen Williams. Hell yeah. Jay said Marcus will run for 40 plus yards a game. Yeah, for sure. He loves to run. Oh, Commandos players rest of the season. Yeah, I mean, Commandos are pretty fucked, man. They're pretty fucked. Just all injured. I mean, and just bad luck. And Mariota is solid for fantasy. He's all right. He's all right. All right. Let's see. I think I finally got my phone charged up a little bit where I'm gonna actually we'll do another bowl before I load up TikTok here. I can get my phone ready at least. And Celtic said, is Judkins playing? I mean, I guess we don't officially know as of right now. But I hope so after their bye. Jumbo Samsung worth picking up just in case Judkins can't go. I mean, they don't use him the same. So, I mean, I'm not saying don't pick him up because he could be viable. He could get some receptions, but like also is like way different with like Joe Flacco, you know, because like Joe Flacco is like the check down fucking king of the NFL, you know, right now. And like Dylan Gabriel is not. If they put in Shador, I mean, he might have more of a chance of being like a check down guy if Shador ends up playing, because we know Shador is like a check down Charlie like type of guy. But yeah, even if like Ford would be the guy, I feel like if what's it called? If Judkins doesn't play, I feel like Ford's the guy. And yeah, Ford sucks, man. It would like suck to really like have to play him, because none of us would want to. Like, it's ugly. It is ugly. Lalo Lyle, what up, bro? He said Bills are going to destroy the Dolphins like 45-14. Yeah, like I really hope this is not a trap game, because like, you know, divisional teams, they always play you know, they always play the division teams a little bit tough. So I really hope it's just like a normal game versus the Dolphins for, you know, like James Cook for sure, like at least him. And because yeah, that's the one thing that could suck with like with the Stallion, man. There's one thing that could suck is like, what if he just doesn't need to do a bunch of like throwing, you know? That would just suck. Dang it. Oh, why do I not have background for TikTok? And so that's what they said about the Falcons versus Miami. See, right? And like, who's at home? Miami's at home. Like, that's the other thing. When Miami's at home, people are going out there and partying. Was Miami home this week? Or were they in Atlanta? Oh, no, it was the Ravens this past week. Dang it, why do I not have a background? All right, sorry, guys. Trying to get just some kind of background for the TikTok. Oh, how about the one where I put up 420 points? Hell yeah. All right. I'm sorry, guys. Trying to load up TikTok here. Let me hit another bowl though before we do that. There we go. You can see the score at the top. Nice. And Jason said Jackson Dart becoming a good QB. He just needs to invent his own electric slide to go to the ground before he gets hurt. He gets hammered. He throws his shoulders like an RB. Yeah, man. Like, you might be able to get away with that in college, but you know, same exact reason why Anthony Richardson like is Anthony Richardson. Like, you know, obviously there's big difference arm wise, you know, between Jackson Dart and Anthony Richardson, but he keeps getting hurt because he's fucking trying to truck fools. He's trying to truck linebackers like they're DBs. And you know, in college, he probably, you know, you probably were trucking some linebackers that were like, you know, NFL DB like size wise guys, but even DBs can hit hard. It's really just like, you know, can they not hit you like straight up, you know? Jumbo said, I've been running with the Rams defense all year. Are they good the rest of the season, or should I pick someone up? I really like the Ravens. I mentioned them in the Patreon post as the team I really like to pick up. They have 4 good matchups in a row. Let me see. I mean, we obviously don't like the Rams this week versus the Niners. I wouldn't like them next week versus the Seahawks either. Man, Bucks, it's not that good. I mean, Panthers, that'll be good. Cardinals should be good. But then you got the Lions. Then you got the Seahawks again. And then you got the Falcons. Nah, man, you got to pick someone up. Because, like, even though the Rams have been good, I mean, would we really want to play them, like, versus the Lions? Like, would we want to play them week 17 versus the Falcons? You know, like, I mean, as of right now, you know, I'm going to say no. So I would be trying to pick someone up. Yeah. And not saying you can't use them along the way. So I wouldn't just go outright like drop them or anything. No real issue if you did, though. I doubt anyone's picking them up versus the 49ers. But yeah, I wouldn't even want to play them for a couple weeks anyways. Jason, I'm so glad I grabbed Uncle Rico off waivers week 2. He says, save my team since Joe Burrow went down. Yeah, I feel that, bro. I feel that. Rico, he's been a redraft savior, that's for sure. I really don't have him in Dynasty, but I got him in a couple redrafts as well. And it's just nice. It's really, really nice. It helps your team so much when you can just pick up a running back off of waivers and he's to set it and forget it, at least flex. You know, I mean, that's how you win championships, by getting that kind of depth off the waiver wires. Jumbo says Emmanuel Wilson, a good stash, or should I drop him, pick up a waiver wire? I'd probably drop him and pick up a waiver wire. I mean, it would suck if Jacobs got hurt, but it, you know, just looks like he's getting more and more healthy. So I'd be fine dropping Wilson, and you know, because I don't like, you have to get lucky with the handcuffs because you need the guy to go down for them to be worth it. And you know, I don't like banking on that, especially when you can get some high upside guys. And what up, Zach? How do I prioritize these players in the Guillotine 10 and Premium? Josh Jacobs, CD Lamb, Rico Dowdle, Derrick Henry, Fanning, Kincaid, Loveland, Adunze, Flowers, Scream Hunt. I mean, shit, I'd be throwing everything at the top. I'd be throwing everything at the top 3 there, and I'd be throwing a decent amount at Derrick Henry. Everybody else are just throwing low amounts and like hoping that you get higher than the next. Because, yeah, I mean, none of those guys do I want to, you know, I mean, Josh Jacobs, CD, Rico, Derrick Henry. I mean, those are the only guys who are worth like going out and like spending, you know, a decent amount of fab on. Crispy, I say Benson doesn't return till week 11. Is that they've already had their bye, right? Yeah, I mean, that'd be next week, though. And Civit, what up? Do I start Jared Goff or Baker Mayfield this week? So Jared Goff's got Washington. I like that matchup. They've had some injuries over there. And Baker Mayfield plays the Patriots. I mean, both decent matchups. I think I'm going Goff, though. Yeah, I forget their top cornerback. I don't know why it's like slipping my mind, but he's out for the season. And is it Lattimore? I think Lattimore is their number 1 over there now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's out for whoever their number 1 is. He's out, but I'm pretty sure it's Lattimore. Yeah, and so yeah, I'd be going Jared Goff this week. The only thing that would kind of suck is game script. Like if Washington can't score a bunch, then Jared Goff might not have to do a bunch to win. So I think like the game that's a more possibility of a shootout, I feel, is the Bucks and the Patriots based on the way that they've been playing. But yeah, I really like Jared Goff versus Washington. And Captain Moist Beer, can I drop Keon Coleman, right? Pick up Slayton or someone. I don't want Slayton. Like, I would just rather keep Coleman over Slayton. But yeah, I mean, if you have a good option, yeah, I mean, it's come to that point where like, how long are we going to wait for Coleman, right? Like, second year breakout wasn't a thing for him. Third year, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Jumbo said, should I drop the who's the Rims? Or Emmanuel Wilson? He said to play the Panthers this week. They play New Orleans. I mean, I don't know who the Rims is. You let me know. But Emmanuel Wilson, I'd be willing to drop for the D. And yeah, I mean, Panthers are they're a good waiver wire pickup this week. They were one of my 4 teams that I put on my waiver wire pickups on Patreon. Yeah, so make sure. I mean, I've been doing things a little bit different, and I've been focusing a lot on Patreon versus making like a lot of small videos and things like that this year. So everybody just make sure you are over there. It's patreon.com/FFHustler420, or you go to 420crew.com. It'll be so I'd sign up as a paid member. The minimum is $5. It'll be the best $5 that you ever spend. Trust me, the amount of information that I put on there. And then if you get to the $10 one, that's where you get the one-on-one advice. But there's even group chats on on the Patreon app where you can go ask questions, and I'm there answering as well. Zach says Woody Marks droppable. I mean, it depends on who you have. I mean, it's a decent matchup versus the Titans. No, they're not playing the Titans this week. It's a decent matchup versus the Jaguars this week, because where have the Jags been against the run? Are they not a decent matchup? Actually, they're bottom tier. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Woody Marks has been whatever. It really depends on who you have, because he's more of a depth piece than anything. I don't think there's too many people that are starting Woody Marks except for out of desperation, right? And Savit said, where's Godwin been at? His ass is hurt, man. They brought him back too early, and he re-aggravated his shit. And so, yeah, he's still on the fucking bench. And Jumbo says, should I stream the Panthers or the Jets? I have the Rams. I'd stream the Panthers. You don't want to stream the Jets. I mean, they lost Sauce. They lost Quinnen Williams. So, like, whatever we think about their defense, like, get ready for it to change. So, yeah, definitely don't play the Jets. No. You don't want to do that. Jumbo. It's Trey Tucker, number 1 waiver wire if you're set on running back. He should be pretty high. I mean, it obviously depends on, the type of waiver wire guys. But yeah, for the most part, Trey Tucker should be very, very high on the priority list if you're going after a wide receiver. The one thing that sucks is that if Trey Tucker starts getting tougher cornerback matchups because Jacoby's gone, that's the one thing that would suck. As long as Bowers is there, I mean, I don't think defenses are going to be keying in on Tucker like over Bowers or Genty or anything like that. So, I mean, that's one thing that he has working in his favor. But hopefully it leads to a lot more opportunities and targets and not just tougher cornerback matchups. Because it could be a thing where, like, is Trey Tucker to the moon next year? And this year we kind of only see like little bits and pieces of it. Just I think Brissett should be a starter too. 860 yards in 3 games, 6 TDs, easy to be better than Kyler. 4 TDs in 5 games. Jacoby gives them a chance. He gets them bailed out quick, so he gives and he gets the ball out quick, gives them a chance. Yeah, well, we got to remember, like, I mean, the difference in their style of game, like, it's not the same play calling that happens when you have Kyler and Brissett. Like, I was always saying that fucking Arizona's play calling was looking horrible. Like, why is the play calling so horrible with Kyler? Like, why is it? Like, he's more talented than Brissett. Like, I said it, but like, you can't trump the play calling. And like, because like they have something different with Kyler, it's like, I don't know. It's like they overthink the shit and really do. And also we just gotta, we gotta remember, like, whatever teams, people are playing make a difference. Also, like, I mean, if Kyler notoriously tears up the Cowboys, and like everybody has been tearing up the Cowboys this year. Maybe that comes to a halt now that they got Quinn and Williams, in there. But yeah, man. Jason said, no way, Kyler Murray sucks. Kyler Murray is more talented than Jacoby Brissett. Kyler Murray was picked number 1 in the NFL draft. Okay. Like, I mean, that talent, but talent doesn't trump everything, though. It really doesn't. And Minnesota Mike, I heard Godwin's coming back this week. Is this not true? Well, I mean, he could be, but man, I don't know. We really don't know. We really don't know. It is it's been bullshit the way that they've been, like, how the whole injury is like played out, like, for him. Like, I mean, it hasn't been good. Dang it, totally went live on the wrong TikTok account. Didn't go live on the fantasy football account, so we got to switch it up and get over there. There we go. Now on the right one. Okay. I disagree 100%. Kyler Murray sucks. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people who think Kyler Murray sucks. I mean, the injuries definitely don't help, but I mean, what the hell was the coach's name? Kingsbury? I mean, dude, Kingsbury was garbage as a head coach. Romeo Dubs, even better with Tucker Kraft out for the season. I mean, it should lead to more targets, if nothing else. So that's for sure. And on TikTok, make sure you hit the follow button. We'll get your questions answered. JG said, would you start Raheed on Seattle? Probably not game 1, but I would try to pick him up if he was available. Chris, we said Kyler was and still a bust. I said it his rookie year. And Jason said Kyler Murray's never made the playoffs, and Kyler Murray has never won anybody a fantasy football championship. Maybe his rookie year. But like, it's crazy because, like, in a lot of situations, the head coach is the one who takes the blame for not making the playoffs. And like, for the longest time, I mean, dude, look at the type of moves that they were making. Like, you go make that crazy move to go pick up DeAndre Hopkins or whatever. Like, man, he sucked. Like, over there, like, outside of that one catch that he made. Like, what weapons has Kyler Murray had until, like, Marvin Harrison, like, got over there? Oh, wait, he had Christian Kirk. Right, I remember. Like, he was so good, like, over there. Keon Coleman of Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk, too nervous about Coleman. And make sure on TikTok that you hit the follow button so you can get your question answered. M4L, Kittle or Warren? I'm tough matchups for both. I'm leaning Kittle as of right now. Colin said trade Justin Jefferson for Drake London. Why? Why trade a wide receiver for a wide receiver like that? It lacks upside. It really does. Hey, Buck, what up, bro? Shout out to the islands. What up, homie? All right. Woo! Lalo Lyle said Kyler Murray to the Steelers for next year. He said hot take. That'd be super interesting because Mike Tomlin's won with guys like Duck Hodges and Mason Rudolph before. He could definitely win with a guy like Kyler. Like, that's just that, like, there's so many teams that do not use the quarterback to their 1,000,000% of potential, and I'd say Arizona is one of them. That's for sure. And let's see, no other questions on TikTok. Do me a favor, hit that like button on TikTok. Hit that like button. And Bob on TikTok said just got offered Ferguson and Jalen Warren for Brees, Theo, and Godwin. Should I do it? I mean, I probably would. I mean, as good as Ferguson's been doing, I think I would. Shout out to Brazil. What up? What up? Like, you're getting Ferguson, right? Benny said, is Henry for Kyren a fair trade? Nah, man. I don't like it. Running back for running back, like, why? You're just swapping running backs. Like, you got to do something that actually helps your team, not just swap a player for a player. And Dylan said 10-man, Jones, Barkley, Bucky, Jacobs, London, Amon-Ra. So many. Yeah. Looks, I mean, solid. Jumbo, I just saw Jaden Reed available in a couple of my leagues. Straight eye stashing because Kraft is out. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, did they say when he's coming back? It's got to be getting somewhat close, right? Frizzo got CD on by. Got to play either Parker Washington or Butte. I'm probably going Parker Washington. Probably going Parker Washington. And on TikTok, Preston, Franklin, McMillan, or Allen. Probably going Franklin. DeAndre, do I drop the Pats defense this week for the Colts? No. I would not want the Colts. And if anybody wants to be in the loop of all my waiver wire pickups and everything, get to 420crew.com. That's the link. It'll take you to Patreon. That's where you want to be to get access to everything. And DeAndre Preston already answered you guys' questions. If you heard, leave a comment or something. Throw in some flowers or hit that $sign or something. Hit the like button over there. And Jaden traded away Jacobs, Lamar, and QJ for Jamar. Said, I know I won, but is this a fleece? I mean, I wouldn't say that you necessarily won. I mean, QJ sucks, but Lamar and Jacobs are solid. So no, I don't think you fleeced anybody. Probably a mutually beneficial trade, if anything. Well, except for QJ sucking. I mean, that part. And the Schmates crew, thanks for sharing. Appreciate it, brother. Captain Moist Beard on YouTube said, anyone notice the split for Sharps and K9 was different last game? They're doing alternating drives. Is this a thing? Can I play K9 now? Let me go see exactly what the split was. Let's see. Yeah, Ken had 57%. And Sharps had 35%. I wonder why most of the time the split is somewhat even, but almost like leaning Walker. I feel like you're gonna like both are still guys. And Chris, we said Butte got the hamstring. Yeah, still early, so I mean that's why I didn't pick him, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Frizil, start 2, Manning guy, Woody Marks, Bam Knight, JCM. Well, I mean, Manning guy, you're going to have to wait because you need to see if like Swift is going to be out, but it's also not the matchup that it was last week. I mean, the Giants, they're an okay matchup, but I mean, yeah, man, this just sucks all around. I think that I would start as of now, I'll say Manning guy and Bill, but I know you'll be back throughout the week, but make sure you come back because don't take my Tuesday answer as a final answer. Same with everybody else. Make sure you come back. Don't take a Tuesday answer as the final answer for the week. And Captain Moistbeer, they left Walker in on the red zone and the goal line and on the Walker drives. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. And Jaden said, thank you. He said the whole league thinks it's the most unfair trade to ever happen. Well, yeah, but like most people really don't know what they're talking about when it comes to like trades. Like if your team's doing good and you just got Jamar Chase, it almost doesn't matter what you traded away. They're just going to hate on it because you're a good team that just got Jamar Chase, you know? So, yeah, I mean, I commission a shitload of leagues though. So like I've seen some really bad trades before that I've still pushed through because if it's not collusion, people should be able to manage their teams however they want. Now it does get a little dicey when you start making really stupid trades that make like no sense. You know, and I'm not saying that trade doesn't make sense because I mean you still give up good players. Big Bosna, should I give up Bowers for Derrick Henry? I need RBs bad. No, I'd figure out another way. Because trading Bowers, like, you know, and you're doing a starter for a starter, so you'd weaken your tight end so much, I'm sure, that that's not a championship move. And what is that? Elon, should I give up JJ and Stafford for Josh Allen and Pittman? No. Get more creative with the trades. Trading a QB wide receiver for QB wide receiver, I mean, you're just swapping players. It's not really improving your team unless you trade away the people who end up getting hurt. And let's see, whoever all the emojis is, traded Bijan and Brian Thomas for Dowdle and Javante. Man, that sucks, man. You should be going and signing up on Patreon so I can help you make like good trades and not like, you know, shoot yourself in the foot, bro. It's 420crew.com. Mateo, is this a good trade? Jamar Chase for Amon-Ra and Harvey. I don't feel like, I mean, I know Harvey has done decent these last couple weeks, but I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure if Harvey is going to be that missing link. And Minnesota Mike, I got a buddy that always makes stupid trades in Dynasty. Dude is obsessed with building. He's always in the 12th. And see, and that's also part of the fun of it, because I know for a fact that there are people who trade to trade, and like winning is not the number one point of them playing in the league. I mean, obviously everyone wants to win, but the most fun that they get is out of trading, and they could trade way more than they can win championships. So yeah, it's crazy, man. Brazil sucks my home league. No one's active. Only been 3 trades done the whole season. He said it's been all mine. $100 buy-in, and no one seems to want to trade. No one's active. Well, the home leagues, I feel like home leagues either trade a lot or never trade because everybody's like jaded from everybody. Like that's usually the thing in the home leagues. It's like people so jaded that like they don't want to make another team better. Let's see. Jorge. Start Debo, Dubs, or Allen. I'm going to say Dubs as of right now. Make sure you come back, though, because the answer could change throughout the week. And SG Jorge. Trade Judkins and Adunze for Hurts and T. Higgins. Probably not. Probably not. And Gavin, should I do Dowdle for Henry and Tet? Nah, man, Tet sucks. Raj, should I start DJ Moore this week or QJ? Probably DJ Moore. Yeah, Giants still got some cornerbacks out. And Coke Cuts, would you start Drake May or Hurts? Man, that's tough because like never think of not starting a guy like Hurts. I'm probably gonna start him, but man, Drake May's been great. Drake May's been great, so I wouldn't be mad at starting either one. But yeah, I'm gonna say Hurts still. And Crispy, you play to win the game.
You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game.
RJ on TikTok said Dobbins or Vidal. this week. Probably going Vidal. And make sure you guys hit the follow on TikTok. Celtics had commissioned the most perfect home league, competent enough to do fab. 7 ball knowers, 3 football fans. Everyone's willing to make trades. No collusion. Active chat. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Let's see. Alex Scat. Trade Debo, Judkins, ETN for Zay and Rico. Man, this just seems too even for me. Like, what would be the point of that trade necessarily? I mean, it gets you a better wide receiver, but Zay's also been a little fluky. And, like, you know, Judkins, I'd rather have him over Rico. Or at least close to it. Like, I want Judkins and Rico on the same team. Like, I don't want to trade one of them for the other. So I'm just going to say no. And that kid, Evan, dropped Tracy for Trey Tucker. Man, you don't have anybody worse than Tracy on your bench. You have to. There has to be someone worse. And CJ, drop Ertz for Loveland or Musgrave. If it was either of them, I'd do it for Loveland. But Marcus Mariota likes throwing to the tight end, so we might see some more tight end love coming for him. And that kid, Evan, Travion and Tracy. Damn, those are your bottom 2. I'd probably rather get rid of Travion, man. Like, I mean, I know the name value is there, but like, he hasn't been on the he hasn't lived up to what we thought that he was gonna live up to. That's for sure. And Darius trade Bucky for ETN and Waddle. Yeah, I mean, it's tough, dude, to hold on to Bucky. And he has a great playoff schedule. So, I mean, that kind of sucks, like trading him now. But if you need to make a move, because if you lose another game or 2, you're going to be done. Yeah, I'd probably do it. But also, don't be the guy who like feels like you have to accept a trade just because someone sent you a trade. I know there's people who feel like they have to do that. And I have to drop 3 out of Trey Tucker, JCM, JMO, Manning Guy, Henderson. What? Why do you have to drop 3? I mean, I'd drop Henderson. Fuck, man. I don't even know. You got to give context. Why you got to drop these 3 guys? Why do you have to drop the 3? I feel like I just need to know context before I even say who to drop there. And Huna said, who would you start, Stafford or Williams? Stafford. And I can't see the name, but Amon and Kyren for McCaffrey and Wandale. I mean, you're winning on a wide receiver. You're winning on a running back, losing on a wide receiver. Like, I hate making trades like that in general. Like, I feel like I'd want to make a trade that is going to actually like help improve your team. And like, yeah, getting CMC improves your team, but like, losing him on Rod doesn't, like, at all in the wide receiver category. And hey, what up, Andrew? Said, who you like more rest of season, Devonta Smith or Zay Flowers? I'm thinking of trading for my locked in flex play rest of season. I haven't really looked. Like, I have a whole, like, on Patreon, there's a whole like strength of schedule that I put out last week for like all the different teams, all the positions. I feel like I bet you could get Zay Flowers a little bit cheaper, and I think that's where I'd be going. But I like Devonta Smith more. But if I can get Zay Flowers cheaper, I'd do that. Captain Moistbeer, commissioned a home league, had to call and yell at my buddy to accept an offer from the other buddy, Chase Brown, for Travis Kelce. He also had Warren. So it was last week, and he said Zay over Devonta. Crispy said, I have no problems hitting that decline button. I love the tears. And what, Raven? Raven, what up, bro? He's like, can I just win a damn game in the 10? He said, I have a good team. Man, bro, I'm loving my team in that league specifically. I mean, shit, what year is that in for the dynasty? Is that, I think that was the 2022. So 22, 23, 24, 25. So 4th year going in, man. It's it's tough. It's a tough 12-man. It's a 12-man league, but it's the number 10 league. That's why he said number 10. And shout out to Raven. What up, bro? Hit that like button, everybody. And Jaden, should I start Jackson Dart against the Bears? Well, I mean, who are the other options? Like, you can't just give me one option and say, should I start that guy? Like, yeah, sure. Of course you should start him. But who else do you got? Tucker, James Cook, and QJ for A-Chain and Pittman. I mean, dude, trading a running back and a wide receiver for a running back and a wide receiver sucks every time unless you're getting 2 of the better players coming back to you. Don't do it, man. Stop trying to make these fair trades. Fair trades are like kissing your sister. And I know, depending on where you guys are in the country or world, you know, that might be like a good thing to you, but let's just assume that it's not a good thing and stop trying to make fair trades. You got to focus on improving your team. Captain Moistbeard hitting the decline is respectful. He says sitting there and looking at it is the worst. Yeah, but also, like, if it's that bad, sometimes I'll just leave it there. Sometimes people got to understand that when you send a bullshit trade, sometimes it's not even worth my time to hit the decline button. Zach said traded Brees for Sutton. I mean, it seems like a mutually beneficial trade. And Big Bosno, which RB do you think I can get for Garrett Wilson and Bowers? I don't even give advice like that because it sucks. Like, I could send you on a fool's mission. Who should you try to get? CMC. I don't know if you can get him. Who knows? What you should be doing is you should be going and scouting out your league, and you should see who needs a wide receiver, who needs a tight end. And then you go look, do they have a bunch of running backs? Could they get rid of one possibly? And that's how you narrow down your search to getting to whatever team you should be trading with. Don't trade for players. You need to find a manager to trade with, a team to trade with. And Braden said, trade Bucky for Drake May. I have Jacobs, Rico. I mean, if it's a single QB league, it's kind of a horrible trade, dude. Like, it really is. Because if Bucky comes back any kind of healthy, like, it's not going to, like, you'd be very pissed. Caleb said, move BTJ. I mean, who are you going to move him to? He's like, her, like, what's going on? Jaden, quit spamming the damn chat, bro. Jesus. I want to see some space between your comment and you not spamming again, and then I'll answer. But if you keep spamming, I'm just going to answer everybody else's. And a heel Kamara for Trey Benson. I mean, that's pretty blah either way. I wouldn't entertain. And Skeen traded Jamar, Kamara, and Kelsey for Genty, CD, and Devonta. So I don't know. I just like trades like that, like kind of make my head spin because, like, did you improve your team? Maybe, but like there's a whole bunch of variables in there, and you could have screwed your team at the exact same time, and you don't really know. So no, I don't think that's a good trade. It's just too much for too much. Jaden said, should I start Dart or Baker Mayfield? Okay, Dart against the Bears, Baker against New England. I think that I'm going to lean on Baker Mayfield, but it's very close. Very close. And Adrian, trade away Jacobs and BTJ for Javonte and Michael Pittman. Nah, man. Wide receiver, running back for wide receiver, running back is so lame. You got to come up with a better way to improve your team. Think about what position you really need to improve. Like, if you just want to trade for players just because you want to cheer for those players, go for it. But I feel like when you just, unless you're getting the 2 better players, you're helping yourself and hurting yourself at the same time, unless you get lucky and you trade away the person, like one of the players that got hurt, you know. Shout out to Oscar throwing down the roses, dollar bills, y'all. Let's get it. Celtics said I can't think of a worse pick than BTJ. I mean, it sucked this year. I'm glad I did not pick him up anywhere. I have him in dynasties, but I do not have him in any redraft leagues. I avoided like the plague. He was just going too high. And Oscar, if you have a question, feel free to throw it in. Kenny said Kyren or Henry, or Kyren for Henry. Nah, running back for running back. Just don't do it. Don't do it. It's so lame. if you're trying to improve your running backs, you don't trade away one of your better running backs. And I'm probably almost positive that Kyron probably your best running back. And Braden, then who would you trade? It said, who would you trade for? May, Rico, Jacobs, or Bucky, or do I ride it with Jordan Love? I mean, dude, I honestly forgot like what the question was. Like, who are you trading? Like initially, yeah. Just be more specific. Give the whole question in there. Oscar said trade a Dunze, Egbuka, Woody Marks for JSN. Shit, I probably would. He said, am I giving up too much? I mean, you might be giving up too much, but how else are you going to get JSN? You're going to have to overpay. And if like a Dunze is the best guy in the trade, and that's a guy who just got a 0 this past week, like I'm okay with it. Fuck yeah, man. Go do that. I mean, you're giving up a bunch, but dude, Egbuka's hurt. Woody Marks has been whatever. So, I mean, that's not a lot. It's really just if Adunze keeps killing it like he was before, like that's when you'd be giving up too much. But JSN, he's a stud, man. And if someone's going to try to sell cheap on him, and I feel like that's cheap for JSN, I would take advantage. And for Zill, Rice or Nico rest of season? Rice. I mean, I know Nico's got the extra game because he's already had his bye, but I mean, dude, look at what Rice has been doing. For Zill, Bill and Bam. For Chase Brown, I mean, shit, if someone's stupid enough to do that, I would take Chase and run. Yeah. Crispy, don't be a homer in fantasy football. You definitely can't be. It'll just mess you up. And Aiden, A-Chain, and DK for Egbuka and Dowdle. Yeah. No, I mean, if you're getting A-Chain, sure, but like, this is just A-Chain for Dowdle with DK and Egbuka like mixed in. So, like, nah, man. Like, you want to get A-Chain and Rico on the same team, not trade one for the other. All right, sorry, kick me to the bottom. And B. Sandy, first person who brought up the score. They said, what the hell is your scoring system? So this one, you can't see the whole team, obviously, but this one, it has IDP involved as well. So we have, I believe, 9 starters on offense and then 8 starters on defense. And so just that, but it's also 2.0 PPR. But yeah, it's awesome. And you'll see my score up there. I put down 420 points this week. And in this league specifically, every time you win, you get to steal a player from your opponent. You get to force a 1-for-1 trade. Jose said, what do I do with the Dunze? I mean, shit. Smoke some weed about it for this week and hope that he doesn't do as shitty this next week. Mole, quit spamming the chat. Once I see some space in between your comment and the next couple, I'll answer. Richie, do I do Bucky and JJ for Bijan? No. Braden, I was going to trade Bucky for May. So would you trade Bucky, Jacobs, or Rico? Well, why are you trading your best players for Drake May? Like, that's my question in a single QB league. This isn't a super flex. Is it a single QB league? QBs have like no value. You don't have to trade your best players for a QB. Like, shop around more. That's what you got to do. And shout out to Toyota One who just jumped in on TikTok. And let's see. And where was Mole? Trade Cooks for Rice and Tet. No. Hell no. I want to get Rice, but I don't want to trade Cook for Rice. Jack said just traded Sutton and Otten for A.J. Brown. Is that good? What do you think? I mean, A.J. Brown's hurt, and he's been quite a disappointment outside of a couple games. So did you get the best player in the deal? Potentially, but I don't know, man. I mean, you better hope that he plays. And yeah, shout out to Toyota One for throwing down the roses. Let's get it. And GTZ A-Chain for Dowdle and Higgins. No. Like, why would you want to trade away one of the best players in the league? Like, you got to give context. Like, is your team not that good? Is A-Chain the only good player that you have? And you're trying to, like, turn that into something? But yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want to trade away an A chain. That's not a championship move. It's really not. And how do I say that? Zavala said, how is your league scored? So it's 2.0 PPR, but we also have IDP, which is individual defensive players. So it makes the score higher because we have 17 starters. 17. 9 on offense, 8 on defense. Andrew said, mission, got my playoff run lineup. Trade Puka, Walker Vidal, Jacoby for Monrod, Genty, Smith, or Flowers. Ah, man, don't do that, bro. You're gonna fuck up your playoff run, man. Don't even make a trade like that. It's too much for too much. Yeah, just don't do it, man. Like, that's how you fuck up your entire season, by like trading like half your team for half their team. Like, just stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. And how do I say that? Zavala. Thanks for the rose. And did you ask a question other than the one about the scoring? I don't see another question. But if you ask one, I will answer. Jose Igbuka and Hall for Gibbs. Gibbs is like sucked, man. Like, his schedule is hard, so I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say Scotty don't. Eli, stop spamming the damn chat, man. And Braden, so who do you think I should start? Bucky at the flex over DK? Because I have Rico and Jacob starting. I mean, if he comes back and plays, of course. I guess we just don't know if he's coming back and playing this week, right? All right. Thanks, Eli, for stopping spamming. Since you stopped spamming, I'll answer. And he said, trade away Pittman, Judkins down to get Drake London. I got down. Nah, man, that's way too much. That's way too much. Pittman's been great this year, and so is Judkins. And Matthew, so should I do Pickens for Josh Downs and Jalen Warren? Probably. I mean, it's kind of blah, though. Like, that's not a championship move. Could be going after bigger fish. And Paul start AJ Brown or Ladd. I mean, as of right now, I'm going to say Ladd, but make sure you come back. Don't ever take a Tuesday answer as a final answer. And shout out to Chris on Facebook. Would you drop BTJ for Myers or Juwan Jennings or Christian Watson? Probably not, especially if he doesn't play. You're going to be able to just throw him in the IR. Captain Moistbeard, Coleman, or Washington. I'll go Washington. And Brazil said there ain't shit on my waivers this week. I mean, it's ugly. It's ugly out there. It's definitely hard out here for a commish. That's for sure. And Jay Vrin said JT and Waddle for Saquon and JSN. Nah, man. Just hold. Just hold. I mean, that it's great players on both sides, but don't rock the boat trying to make like an even trade. Like, you don't want to trade JT for Saquon. You want to get them on the same team. And you don't want to trade JT for JSN. You want to get them on the same team. Got to get yourself top heavy, like not make fair trades, hoping that you just get lucky and, win the trade, And Johnny said start one at the flex, Montgomery, Tet, J.K. Dobbins, Wandale. I'm probably going Monty right now. Remember, don't take a Tuesday answer as a final answer. And T. Swizzy trade Puka for Igbuka, Stevenson, and Diggs. Nah, man. I want Puka. The Puka's the guy who's going to win you the championship. Johnny Mahomes. And stop spamming Johnny. Mahomes and Jacoby for McCaffrey and Debo. I mean, if it's a single QB, but dude, Mahomes has been so great. Like, why don't you trade the backup? Like, why don't you trade whoever your backup is? And CB Dizzle, what up, bro? So we accepting Garrett Wilson for my Pittman? Nah, man. Wide receiver for wide receiver? No. And why would we want Garrett Wilson when Pittman has been the one who's been balling out all year? You know, we got to stick with what's working, not hope that someone, turns into what he's supposed to be. Danny, stop spamming the damn chat. Isaiah, same for you, bro. Stop spamming the chat. And Russell traded Pickens, Theo, Pearsall, McCaffrey, Michael Williams for Bowers, Devontae Adams, and Olave. I like it. I'm assuming this is a dynasty. And Isaiah, should I do Dowdle for Judkins and Flowers? I mean, I probably would. I mean, you're getting a 2-for-1, and I mean, I haven't looked at like the schedule necessarily, but I know, yes, I probably would, man. I probably would. And Danny said, would you trade Pickens for Brees? I mean, I don't know if I want Brees. Like, he's not going to be a happy camper. Like, I don't know if I'd want to trade for him. He wanted to get the hell out of there, you know, so I don't think I'd want to trade for him. And shout out to D Zavala throwing down on the roses. We appreciate you. Captain Moistbeard said these TikTok kids are wild. Well, we don't even know if they're kids necessarily, but yeah, you know, I mean, we're a little older crowd on YouTube and everywhere. And Alex, what the fuck, dude? Stop spamming the chat. Jesus. Reed, stop spamming the chat. That's a surefire way to never get your question answered. If I see some space in between your comments and the next, I will answer. Alex, stop spamming. Roman, Debo, for Igbuka, and Keenan. No, don't do it. Lacks creativity. Don't do it. And R2, look at that. It's not the Supersonics. The Superchronics. And Reed, Trey, let's see. Did Reed stop spamming? Oh, she just spammed again, bro. You're not following directions. Don't spam. You got my attention by spamming, but then you got to prove that you can stop. And let's see. Spencer, what's a good wide receiver I should go for if I want to trade Darnold? I mean, you got to go find a team that really, really, really needs a quarterback. But if it's a single QB league, you ain't gonna trade no quarterback, man. Like who really trades for quarterbacks in single QB? It's like so rare. Yeah, Reed said trade Sutton and Chase Brown, get Zay, Hampton, Isaiah Davis. I'm 7-2. No. Isaiah Davis is nothing, especially if Brees goes nowhere, and he already missed the trade deadline. So yeah, not gonna do that. And yeah, Hampton being hurt and all that. Nah, man, just save yourself the trouble. Don't make that trade. And Stranger said large amounts of spam only appropriate in Hawaii for cooking breakfast at a camp out. Yeah, man. Those spam asubis go hard. Yeah, CB Dizzle. Quit spamming the chat, Tony.
Man, fuck Tony.
Zach said, Juana Man Johnson or Mark Andrews? I'm leaning Andrews. And 5-star Lane said, why is your score so high? Well, it's 2.0 PPR, but we also have IDP involved. You can't see it because it's like farther down on the picture, but there's 9 offensive starters and there's 7 IDP starters. And CO4, do I start Daniel Jones? Yeah, but like if you only give me one player, like you're not giving me an option because like, you know, who else do you have? Because the Falcons have been tough. And let's see. Rob K. Tight end season. Theo Loveland or Otten? I think that I'm probably leaning. Hold on, looking at something here. Loveland. I'm probably going to Otten this week. And Jahan, do I start Dodson or Goddard or Gadsden or Goddard? I'm leaning Gadsden, man. TJ, trade Gibbs for Rice. My wide receiver 2 is worthy after injuries. Yeah. I mean, all you're doing, I mean, you're making your wide receivers better for sure, but I don't know how that doesn't ruin your running backs. And R2 Godwin or Brown. Brown? Which Brown? There's multiple Browns. Russell thoughts traded 2022 seconds and Collins for Nico. Oh, and Collins for A-Chain and Gordon. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. I mean, you know, those 2 seconds if you end up winning or coming close to winning, but man, it's a lot for A-Chain. It really is. It really is. Because, like, it's not even the 2 seconds, it's the Nico part of it. And Cole, which side wins? Ladd, Chase Brown, or Genty Marvin Manning guy? I think the Ladd, Sutton, Chase Brown side won. Jesus. All right. Homer Simpson. Bye. All right. Sorry, guys. If you left a question in between all that weird Homer Simpson stuff, throw it in the chat, but just do it once. Don't spam. It's annoying. And especially if you're going to spam, just throw in some roses or something. That's the way to get your question answered. Yeah, Chris, we said Rice also on buy. Yeah, for sure. And let's see. We'll just say Kumar trade A-Chain for Igbuka and Bucky. Nope. Don't do it. Silos, I have Kittle, but should I pick up Theo, Fanning, or Loveland off waivers? I think I'm leaning Theo. Cameron, Nico, and Benson for Henry. If you can get someone to do that, yeah. I think I would. Shout out to Russell throwing down on the roses. Let's get it. And Ethan, Hawkinson, Loveland, or Musgrave? Probably Hawk. And what is that? C down. It's at 420. What the hell are your league points? It's 2.0 PPR, but we also have IDP involved. So we got 9 starters on offense, 8 starters on defense. Only the strong survive when it's coming to the IDP. Most people are still scared to dip their toe in the IDP waters. And James, who can I get for Hunter and Jennings? Shit, I mean, you ain't getting nobody for Hunter. I don't think you're going to be able to get much, if I'm being real. Those aren't guys who seem like they would bring back a lot of trade capital. And Alex on YouTube, flex Rome or Wandale. I'm leaning Rome. I don't think he's going to double goose egg. But it's also Tuesday, so don't take a Tuesday answer as a final answer. And what is this? What is this? I resent Jax. I turned Ferg, Olave, Marvin Harrison Jr. into Devontae Adams, Zay Flowers. I'm Tyler Warren, Igbuka, Sutton, Tet. And that's a lot, man. That's a lot that you gave up. I know Olave might not be the best with Shach, but still, that's a lot. Logan, JJ for Warren and Diggs. No. And who's that Ren talking about? Magic Man, the basketball player. Who are we talking about? Davy. Oh, where'd it go? JK for Olave. JK or Olave for the flex. I'm gonna say JK. Olave makes me a little nervous. Joe Goldberg, what type of rules are those? It's 2.0 PPR, but it has IDP. So there's 9 offensive starters and 9 defensive starters. So that's one of the reasons. It's 17 total starters. Because you'll see my opponent did not score as high as me. I mean, higher than, everyone who plays in the default style of leagues. Yeah, people who play in the leagues with me, you'll get turned out to some real dope leagues that are just way more sick than all these default leagues that people play in. Reed, who should I start? JMO, Quentin Johnston, Khalil Shakir, DeAndre Swift. I'll say JMO for now. Luke, should I get rid of St. Brown and Zay Flowers for Justin Jefferson and Kyren? No. Fuck no. Don't do it. Don't do it. Shout out to Luke for the rose. Appreciate you throwing those dollar bills. And James, AJ Brown and Jennings for London. I want London more than both of those guys. So, yeah. Luke said, but I'm really desperate for a running back. I mean, is that the only person that will trade with you? Are you saying that that is the only way possible that you can make a trade? Have you done your due diligence and gone and searched your league to see what people need? Have you done that part, or are you just waiting for a great trade to fall into your lap? Corey, what up? What up? Did you drop Kamara for Harvey? Shit. That one's tough. Probably. Probably. It sucks, though. And Andrew says, start 2 out of Walker, Vidal, Man and Guy, Jacoby, top heavy with Lamar and Puka. So I need good floor plays. I'm probably going the first 2 then, Walker and Vidal. Not saying I wouldn't play Man and Guy as Swift is out again, but we got to, we got to see if that happens. Solid squad, Alex. I like it. I mean, it's a 10-teamer, so all the squads are going to be solid. Oh, fuck. Crispy said, let me ask a real question. Al-Shair or Jihad? Man. It's probably still Jihad, right? Probably. It's probably where I'm leaning. One epic adventure, 420 points. He said, what the heck is your point system? Well, it's 2.0 PPR, but we also have IDP involved. So there's 9 offensive starters and 8 defensive starters. If you play in an IDP league, put IDP in the chat on TikTok. I'm curious if anybody over there even plays in an IDP league. I know one person does because I mentioned a trade that had an IDP player in the mix, but I'm curious if anybody plays in IDP leagues out there. And shout out to Minnesota Marty on YouTube. What up? And there we go. I think that was Russell who put in the question with the IDP. There we go. And whoever the diamond is says IDP. There we go. I like it. And Brewster, McBride, or Bowers rest of season. Give the context on why. Because are you really going to trade one for the other? Definitely Max, Amon-Ra for Rice and Debo. I mean, I'm probably just keeping Amon-Ra. I want to figure out how to get Rice, but I don't want to trade Amon-Ra for him. And Nick, Khalil Shakir, Romeo Dubs this week. I don't want to start Khalil Shakir. It's pretty it's just sad, man. It's sad. He sucks. So I'm gonna go with Romeo Dubs. Brewster said I have both. Okay. So you're gonna trade one away? Because I know you ain't dropping one of them. And JD, should I keep or sell Troy Franklin for the flex? Well, I mean, who are you gonna sell him to? Like, he's a waiver wire guy in a lot of leagues. And Sean says Seattle wide receiver room finna go crazy. Why? Because of Shaheed? I mean, they probably got Shaheed because Cooper Kupp's fucked. Adam, stop spamming. You'll never get your question answered if you spam. And Deer Slayer said, my Benson for Wandale tempting. I'd probably do it. And C, thoughts on Igbuka rest of the season. I mean, if he plays, I mean, we love it. But that's the problem, is the not playing part. Adam said Igbuka for JJ. You're going to trade. I mean, if you get JJ, sure, do that. I don't know what world that happens in, though. User said Darnold or Baker. I'm probably going Sam Darnold. And Crispy said, to answer all your questions, play IDP Dynasty. Fuck yeah. And what Corey said, currently roster Parker Washington. Would you hold him or drop for Trey Tucker? I'd probably drop for Trey Tucker, but I want him too. But I know he's probably like low man on your totem pole. And Zach said, do I trade Devontae Adams for Rico and Devonta Smith? No. I'd hold. Trading away the best player in that deal, man. Zach said, should I try to trade for Javonte Williams since he had a bad week? My only RBs are Bijan, Manningham, and Kamara. I mean, yeah, should try. I mean, depend. Like, does the person have a reason to give him up? Because, yeah, you can always send the trades, but, you know, it just, you never know. Of course, who's the low man on the totem pole, Parker Washington or Tez? I honestly think Tez. And Brewster said both McBride and Bowers. Which one rest of the season? What's the other one worth trade bait? Well, I could guarantee you this, because you're going to be coming off as the desperate one. No matter which one you trade, you're not going to get great value. I would just hold, man. No one is going to give you what you want for those guys. Trust me. And you're going to sell them cheaper than you should, and it's probably going to bite you in the ass, especially with the way that Jacoby looked with McBride. I wouldn't want to be moving him, because like Bowers, like he's the one that's more valuable. But like, look at McBride with Brissett. That could be a fucking insane tandem that you have. I mean, you do. It is an insane tandem. It's number 1 and 2. Tanner, CD for BTJ and Lad. No. Shoeless, Igbuka or JJ rest of the year. I already said JJ. And J Core, Franklin or Harrison? Harrison. Ben, Harrison Jr., Bill, and Waddle for Dowdle and AJ Brown. Probably not. And Manuel, Rico, and Ladd for Rice and Aaron Jones. Nope. Wide receiver, running back for wide receiver, running back, super blah, man. It's not improving your team. Only do that if you just want to cheer for the other guys. It's not necessarily going to turn you into a champion for making that trade. Got to make championship moves. And Gabe, Lamb for JJ and Henderson. Henderson's worth nothing, man. I wouldn't even make a trade where I'm receiving Henderson. And I can't see the name, but would you trade Gibbs for Jefferson and Cook? Jefferson and James Cook? Fuck yeah, I would. If you can get both of those guys. Gibbs has sucked. Like, who the hell would do that trade? And Destin said traded a Dunze for Myers. I don't know why you did that. Fart Smella, Dubs or Washington. Or Dubs or Watson. I'm gonna say Dubs. Shout out to Brody. He said, who do you think I can get for my flex with Sutton and Henderson? Dude, I mean, Henderson is nothing. Like, nobody wants Henderson. Trust me. Like, if you look at Henderson's stats, like, you have him on your team. He sucks. Nobody's going to want him. Like, he's literally droppable at this point. Hey, shout out to Joe. And Mari said, do we know if Swift's playing? No, we don't. Not yet. So dude, Sutton's your flex. Like, you're not trading those guys for like an upgrade unless you know some chump who like loves Henderson, but I don't know what you're gonna get there. Bird said, do I start May or Dart? I'll say May. Nate, Baker or Stafford this week? I'll lean Stafford. And Ethan said trade Waddle to get Rome. No, I don't want to trade a wide receiver for a wide receiver. I can't see the name, but Addison for Wilson. I have Jefferson too. No. Gabe, JJ or Lamb? Both. Give the context. I don't want to trade one for the other. You need to figure out how to get both of them on your team. There's no real point in trading. Unless you get lucky and you trade away the guy that gets hurt, but that's all that it is, just luck. Dimitri, start Shaheed or trade Tucker with the new trades in mind. I don't want to start Rashid the very first game that he comes out there. I'll start trade Tucker. And whatever December, I didn't see what you said December, but he said, bro, I fleeced. Who'd you fleece? What was it? I've heard a couple of people say they fleeced, and I didn't agree with them. And Joe said start Brees or Troy Franklin this week. Man, I'm probably not starting Brees. He's pissed. And Crispy said what Henderson we're talking about. It's probably the running back, I'm assuming. And we're talking redraft, obviously. December said I sent Judkins for Brees and Javonte Williams. I mean, I don't know how that's a fleece, but name value on Brees, I understand, but you're probably not even gonna. Like, I just told someone to sit Brees for Troy Franklin this week. But yeah, man, Judkins is dope. I just wouldn't want to trade Judkins for Javonte. I would have wanted to figure out how to get him on the same squad. And GTZ, Terry and Dobbins for Adams. I mean, if you can get someone to do that, yeah. But if you're just sending that trade to someone, I doubt they accept. Gabe, you think Bucky's coming back? I don't know if he's coming back this week. And Marty said, who's up next in New England with Stevenson out? Crew of people, multiple people, as we saw this past week. And Jack said Debo for Dubs. Nope. And Zane said, how'd you get 400 points? Well, it's 2.0 PPR, but we have IDP. So there is 9 offensive starters and 8 defensive starters. Shout out to Underdog who just followed. And Patrick Gibbs and Downs for Warren and Amon-Ra. Yeah. I'd rather have Amon-Ra than Gibbs. And GTZ A-Chain for Dowdle and Higgins. Pretty sure I answered that question already, but no. Why do you want to trade away A-Chain, man? Just because they want you to? Of course they want you to. He's fucking dope. J-Rock, thanks for the follow. Jalen Warren and Wandale for Henry. Probably do that. Underdog, Darnold or Flacco rest of season? Man. I mean, probably Darnold. Probably Darnold. What up, Zeb? So went to the Rams Saints game on Sunday. Saw 5 fights. Nice. Getting crazy. And Lace Up Kells, Dak, DK, and Tyrone for Nico and Jacoby fair. I mean, it's kind of blah. I mean, I feel like I would want to rework that. I don't like making fair trades. I'm like trying to make like trades that help my team, not like fair trades. And Sean said, how'd Stafford drop 44? Well, so the leagues that I host, it's QB premium, where they score 1 point for every 15 yards, and it's 6 points per touchdown. It's lame that in all these leagues, like the QB scoring is so whack that they literally have 0 value. Yeah, in my leagues, the QBs have good value, even in the single QBs. But this one is a super flex, though. Gotcha. Who do you think I can get for Hunt? Shit, nobody special. Like, I mean, you got to find someone who really loves Hunt, because who's really going to trade for Hunt right now unless they're super desperate. So you need to find that super desperate RB team, and they're on a bye. Like, why would anybody trade for Hunt right now? And now Gotcha is laughing. See, I wonder if you're just keeping me on my toes. See if I'm going to give you some bullshit answer. And Zeb, ETN, Sharps, Diggs at the flex. I'm probably rolling Diggs. And Corey, who's the better pickup, Harvey or Singletary or Hunt? Probably Harvey, I think. Seems like he's on the right trajectory. Shout out to Bird, who just followed. And Travis was offered a Dunze, Irving for Hall and Derrick Henry, PPR redraft opinions. It's kind of blah. I mean, does that really help your team? You know, like, I mean, how's it help? How's it hurt? Like, I don't know. It's kind of blah. Because I'm assuming if Bucky was healthy, like let's say he's healthy this week, that Adunze and Bucky are both starters. Brees Hall even going to be a starter like on your squad? Nice. I got baked and ate some mushrooms. Let's go. They went to see Tron and IMAX. Trippy. I like it. I like it. Zeke said traded Amon Ra and Bucky for Michael Pittman and Kyron Williams. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. If you guys really want the edge, like in your leagues, you want to follow my Patreon at 420crew.com. If you get on the superstar tier or higher, you'll be able to get one-on-one advice for trades and literally everything else as well that I got going on. Shout out to Caden, who just followed Avalave, Garrett Wilson, Adunze Landmeyers, Moore, Tillman. I need an RB trade and target who. You need to go. I'm not even going to send you on a fool's mission. Like, you need to go find the teams that need wide receivers that have running backs. And then when you narrow it down to that point, then you know who you want to go for. But you got to do that research. I can't do that research for you. Hey, Uncle Buck in the house. What up, bro? It's going down. This episode, what about Tracy, ETN, Sharp? I think I'm saying ETN as of right now. And Matiha, big trade. Who wins? Side 1, Bijan Igbuka, CD Nico. Side 2, Gibbs, JJ Pickens. Man, I feel like you both lost in that because like you both won and lost, but like I think side 1 won, but like had to give up JJ to get that. Like that's a loss. And A said Chase Brown, Nico, and Wilson for Chase. My wide receivers are CD Rice, RB Cook, and Bijan. I mean, that's kind of a lot, but I think I'd probably do it. Mo said I need some buy low RBs. Give me some. You know the buy low RBs. Javonte Williams, everybody who sucked last week. That's a buy low, but you need to go look and see who can even afford to give up a running back. Like I could give you a whole bunch. I can give you a whole list, but it's just a waste of time. You need to go search your league for who has a bunch of running backs, then try to make a trade with them. That's what you do. Everything else is a waste of time. Shout out to Zeke for the follow. And let's see, Plaz, Waddle, Devonta Smith, or Franklin. I think I'm leaning. Think I am leaning. Who the fuck did the Dolphins play this week? Oh yeah, Buffalo. Yeah, I think I'm leaning Waddle. And semi Rico and Zay for Gibbs and Coleman. Nah, man, Coleman's so worthless. Literally trading for nobody. And Mo said, I know, but I don't know who. Well, just what I told you. Go look in your league. I can't do the research for you. Go look at all the teams in your league. See who has a shitload of RBs. And then look and see which one they might actually trade. That's how you got to do it. Like, everything else is a waste of time because you need to find a manager and a team to trade with, not a running back to trade for. You'll find that when you do the research. And D-Money, what up, bro? Let's see. Mason, is Godwin playing this week? It's too early to tell. We don't even have any practice reports yet. I hope so, but we still don't know. Alfredo, Loveland or Musgrave to pick up. Man, I'm leaning Loveland because Musgrave is just so blah. He's not going to be like Kraft was. D-Money said G Will or Debo. Man, can I say neither? Can I say neither? I guess I'll say Debo, but it's Tuesday, so never take the Tuesday answer as the final answer. And Zeb said Purdy coming back. Fuck, man. We'll see. I'll believe it when I see it. And Uncle Buck, what's Jay Myers' value now with the Jags? Will he get targets? Hell yeah, he's going to get targets. I got no Hunter over there. BTJ's hurt. Like, yeah, man, I think his value went up. And Sky, should I drop QJ and get Parker Washington? I mean, probably not. But if it's a kind of a shallow league, like probably because QJ sucks. Been trying to tell people even before the season started, QJ sucks. AJ, Rome for Wilson. Nah, I'd rather have Rome. Preston, down Tets or Jalen Warren? Probably Jalen. Dylan said trade Gibbs and Worthy for Rice and Waddle. I have JT. I feel like I'd want more. Like Gibbs, just his name value alone just seems like it's worth a little more. And Bucho, Jake, QJ or DK to start. Shit, it's not gonna be QJ. Preston already answered that question. Dylan already answered that question. D Money already answered that question. I said probably Rome. Or wait, maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't ask that. But yeah, I'll go Rome over Debo. And Noah said Kraft sold me off the waiver wire. Theo Johnson, Leveland, Schultz. Schultz probably has the best matchup for this week, but I like Theo Johnson like overall. So if you have another tight end besides, I mean, now you don't have Kraft anymore, but yeah, if you have another tight end and you're kind of just looking for a 1 week fill in, it's Schultz. But yeah, I like Theo for the long haul. And Joshua, Hunter Henry for Musgrave or Loveland or keep Henry. I'd probably go for Loveland. Yeah, shout out to Toyota One throwing in the super chat on YouTube, and he said dab break. Let's get it. All right, let's pack it up.
You got perfect timing. About to start a little puff give in this motherfucker.
All right. Fire him up.
Oh no, it said I got Ferguson, but he's on bye. Yeah, for sure. I'd do that and pick up Schultz. And boy, what up? Thanks for the follow. And he said, I have a lot of wide receiver depth. I need an RB. I have CD, Higgins, London, Dubs, and Wandale. I don't know what to do. Well, the only thing that you really can do, because you can't really drop any of those guys, you have to go scour your league and go see if there's someone who's in desperate need of a wide receiver, especially because of the bye week this week. It could be possible. So I would search through every team in your league, see if someone needs a wide receiver. Try to do a 1-for-1 trade, wide receiver for a running back. I mean, shit, if you see an opportunity where you can use one of those guys and get a top tier quarterback, because you have so many guys, you might have to do a 2-for-1 trade, upgrade your, to upgrade a running back or something. But I feel like that's what you're going to have to do. And all right, when I do this dab, I'm going to turn the screen. So when you see the screen turned, just hang out for a second. You'll hear me talking and you'll hear me smoking, but we can't have the dab on the screen because TikTok don't like that. There we go. You guys could just check out the score right there. Look at that dope ass score. And Uncle Buck said OZ or Keenan Allen. The fuck is Oz? Who is that, Uncle Buck? Who's Oz? Zeb said go Debo or Shakir. Debo. Woo! Woo! God damn.
Don't give me that shit about it's a drug. It ain't no motherfucking drug. I done the research. It's just a plant. It just grow like that. And if you should happen to set it on fire, there are some effects.
Uncle Buck said Oz is number 14 on the Bears. Who the fuck is that? Is that Burden? Is that Burden? Probably Keenan. All right, let's see. What questions did I miss? Multiple people saying you all right. I'm all right. All right. Leave your questions in again. I'm just going to start reading from the bottom again. AJ said Rome or Wilson. I'll go Rome. Sucks so. And Judah Cook, Flowers, and Addison for A-Chain for Rice. A-Chain and Rice. I mean, I probably would. But I like because I feel like legit getting the two better players coming back. Xavier Hill, what do you think about Fanning Boutte and Marvin Harrison for Bowers? I mean, I think it's a lot, but I'd probably do it. Whoo! Kind of grabs you by the boo-boo, don't it?
Kind of grabs you by the boo-boo, don't it?
What boy you said? What CD's value right now? I want to trade for an RB. I'm just gonna help you out and say, don't do that. Don't do that. Figure out another way. Don't trade CD. Yeah, don't trade him just because he's on buy. And William Musgrave or Loveland, and how much fab? I mean, shit. How bad do you need a tight end? I'd go Loveland, and I'd throw a decent percentage at it. That's for sure. Oh, Zacchaeus. Okay, yeah. Dude, I mean, Zacchaeus balled last week. I mean, by his standards, for sure, it was because Rome got like nothing, so that was a reason for that. Yeah, probably still going Keenan Allen. I hate Keenan Allen, though. He's a bitch. And Izias, Myers, or Rashid. I mean, you got to start one of them right now. If I got to start one of them, I'm going Myers. It's not even close. Matt Jackson, trade Gadsden, Woody, and Dubs for Pickens, Pacheco, Loveland. Dude, Pacheco sucks. I know Woody kind of sucks also. I'm just going to say no, because Gadsden's the best. This is like Gadsden for Higgins with a whole bunch of shit sprinkled in there. So, no, I would just hold. I'd figure out another way to get Higgins. And Godzilla, sit Jacobs, Dowdle, Henry, or Gibbs. Probably Henry. And AJ, Flowers for Dart. I lost Daniels. No. Probably not. Uncle Buck say balled the week before too. Yeah, I'm probably playing Zacchaeus over Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen's a bitch. And Matt Stafford, a good player to start this week. I mean, he's been a good player to start almost every week. And let's see, Nick traded away Cook and Collins for DK and CMC. I mean, this is it's to get CMC, yes, but it is like you got to trade away Cook. Like, I want to figure out how to get Cook and CMC on the same team, not trade one for the other. I know it's easier said than done, but if you can't get it done, you guys are trading from luxury and not necessity. And you got to be trading with people who are trading out of necessity, not luxury. And Josiah, Dowdle and Flowers for Genty and Waddle. No. It's too even, man. Stop trying to make even trades. Grant says, should I accept this trade? I get Amon-Ra and Igbuka for Jamar Chase and Cortland Sutton. Nope, don't do it. Figure out how to get Amon-Ra and Jamar Chase on the same team. Don't trade one for the other. And Dylan, trade away Gibbs and Jefferson for CMC and Pickens. See, same shit, man. Running back, wide receiver for running back, wide receiver. You got to give up a lot to get CMC because Pickens is like nothing. So I'd say no. Manny said starter sit Vidal this week. I mean, shit, but Vidal's like a start every single week. But you got to give me like other players if you want me to answer that, like specifically. Ricky, what do you think of Bucky for Genty and Diggs? I mean, I like it if you're getting them back now, if you're getting those guys now. But if Bucky ends up playing this week, like you picked the worst time to trade him, like waited all the way until like he's like back and then you trade him. And let's see. T-Fire Peace, what up? Start two, Adunze, Keenan, Waddle, Pierce. I do like Pierce this week. I'm going to say Adunze and Wandale, though. And shout out to Cisco.
Let me hit that phone.
All right. Shout out to Cisco for throwing the roses in. Let's get it. Yeah, that's what I want to see. People going crazy with the roses or something. I'm here, answering a shitload of questions. Stranger, no one likes a tie regardless of the games or the trades. I mean, come on, man. Remember in Mighty Ducks 2? I hate ties. That kissing your brother. All right. Yeah, there we go. We got some roses coming in. I like it. Yeah, we need to get a galaxy. Like, who's gonna be the boss and boss up with a galaxy? And Jordan, trade a Dunze for who? I mean, it's gonna be hard to trade a Dunze the week after he got a 0. And the one and only Mondo said, "Move your head." What are you trying to see? What part? You want to see the scores? And Josh Lee said, "What extra points do you have?" So the QB is QB premium. I totally forgot to mention that, because the QB scoring is a little bit higher. It's my QB scoring is the way that I do it. 15 yards get you 1 point, and it's 6 point passing for the touchdowns. And then we also have IDP. So there's 9 offensive starters and 8 IDP starters. And that's why we get such a high score. But you'll see my score, I'm scoring up here in the 420s. My opponent, nowhere close to the 420s. And let's see. Good food 69, 420. Hey, I like it.
69, dudes!
You got perfect timing. About to start a little puff giving this motherfucker.
A Dunes Air Vidal. I'm going Vidal right now. And let me see. Hold on. I just saw a question. Cisco, trade Pollard, Jones Sr. for Devontae Adams. I don't know how the fuck you would get that to happen, but if you could get Devontae Adams for Pollard and Aaron Jones, yes, do that. I don't know how you're going to get that, but yes. And Josiah, how do you feel about Kittle the rest of the season? I mean, it's hard not to love Kittle. Like, I mean, his value is it's so high because the tight end landscape is so garbage. I mean, you always love him compared to like other tight ends, that's for sure. And damn, every time I'm just going to call you DZ. How about that? DZ, Waddle and Mason for Addison. Nah, I mean, Mason's kind of nothing, but I think I'd rather have Waddle over Addison. And shout out to the peeps who are throwing down on the roses and the chilies and all that other stuff. Let's keep it flowing. That's what's going to keep me on here longer because I've been live for more than an hour for sure. Probably closer to an hour and a half. So if you guys want to keep me on here longer, throw those roses. Someone throw on a galaxy. That'll keep me on for at least 15, 20 more minutes. And Senor Miguel, thanks for the follow. And Zach, how do I prioritize these waivers? Browns defense, Harvey, Colson, Loveland. I need a tight end since Kraft is out. Need a better RB2 and a better defense for the week. I'd probably do Harvey, Loveland, and then the Browns is what I would do. That's how I would do it. And a stranger said, did the Kelsey rule become the Kittle rule? No, it did not. There is no like don't trade Kelsey or trade for Kelsey rule anymore. He got old. He got strapped down. He just doesn't have the hunger that he used to. But yeah, so no, there is no rule of that. Now it's just like the rule for me on these trades. Now I don't want to give up the best player in the trade. Like, I really don't. Because if I'm trying to win a championship, I need to be getting the better player. I want to get the one player and trade away 3 depth players. You know, like, that's what I want to do. Like, that's what we got to be doing with these trades. And Chase, stop spamming and I'll answer your question. But yeah, you're spamming like crazy. And let's see. Papa said, bro, pick up Josh Downs or Jennings. Probably going Jennings. But I'd put in a waiver claim on both. And Angel, PPR, drop Ertz for rest of season, top 3, Theo, Loveland, Schultz, Musgrave, Henry, Hawkinson, Otten. Probably leaning Hawk. And Chase said, AJ Brown or Devonta Smith. Probably leaning Devonta right now. And the next one, I can't see the name, but I traded Higgins and Kai Ren for Amon and Dobbins. Is that good? I mean, if you got Amon, yeah, for sure. I mean, you got the best player, but you gave up the second and third best player. And then you got, the fourth best player. And Senior Miguel, how do you like Nick's rest of the season? I like him. I mean, he doesn't have the best matchups, throughout the entire way, but he's got some good ones. And Joey said, I need an RB bad, bro. K9 is buns. Man, but actually, after he finally got, like, more of the touches than Charbonnet. But, man, I mean, all the RBs suck. Like, you got to, if you didn't get lucky and get, like, guys like Rico, like, off the waiver wire, like, you got to, like, overpay for guys. It's, like, the only way that's going to happen. And so, Sophia, pick 2, Sutton, Warren, Swift, Genty. I'll go Genty and Sutton. Oh, sorry, kicked me down to the bottom. And Angel already answered that question. Grayson, Adams, and Keenan Allen for Javonte Williams, Diggs, or Adunze and Pickens for Rico and Josh Downs. I don't like any of those, though. I really don't. I mean, the Adunze Pickens for Rico and Josh Downs, but I've been saying this entire live stream, like, don't trade a running back wide receiver for a running back wide receiver unless you're getting both of the better players coming back to you, because you're just winning and losing at the same time. And Zero said someone offered me A-Chain, Pittman for Gibbs and Wandale. I'd probably do that. I mean, Gibbs' schedule isn't good at all, but yeah, man. I probably would. Because I feel like I want A-Chain more than Gibbs, and I want Pittman more than Wandale. So that would be like you getting the 2 better players. And Frazil, would you do Woody and Tajee for Wandale? Probably. I mean, I'm assuming you need a better wide receiver, right? And like Woody and Tajee mean like kind of nothing. That's what I'm assuming, right? And one for the crown. What up? Thanks for the follow. Let's see. A whole bunch of questions coming in on Twitch. Sorry, guys, if I missed it. Just re-ask it. Let's see. Shout out to Lisa, who just followed. Pluto said Manning guy and trade Tucker for Warren. I mean, Warren's got a really bad matchup this week. So I guess I might want to hold. Like, but yeah, that's tough, man. It really is. Because I want to make that trade, but it's like it's a bad week to make that trade. But I probably would. Oh, Crispy said Kraft on the IR. Yeah, I mean he's done data pretty much for the season. I mean, that's what I'm assuming. And Bryson start Loveland or Fanning. Leaning Loveland, but it's close. And Keyshav P. What would you do with J.K. Dobbins now that Harvey is starting to take over? I mean, there's kind of nothing you can do. It's really you keep them until you potentially drop them. But they're not necessarily taking over. It's like it's a 3-headed monster, almost a 4-headed monster, actually. And like, yeah, but JK, I mean, Harvey only got 32% of the snaps. He got some quality ones. So anything can happen where values could change, especially with injuries. Things could change in a second. And Izias, Hawkinson or Loveland, I'll lean Hawk. Twitch K, Quitch Knifer. Do I do London, Benson, Vidal for Bijan? I mean, it's a lot, but I probably would. Hey, and the Twitch Knifer made it over to Twitch. What up? All right, you found it. You found both streams. Nice. Is that on purpose or on accident? I like it. And he said, but yeah, I probably would do that. London, Benson, Vidal for Bijan. I mean, I probably would to get Bijan on the squad. It is a lot. Benson's nothing to me in that trade. But so it's like London and Vidal for Bijan. It's a lot, but I probably would do it. And thanks for the follow on Twitch, bro. I'm always live on Twitch. I'm going to go live on TikTok more, but it's one of those things. Sometimes I just forget. And let's see, Gabe, start Drake May or Jalen Hurts. Man, someone asked this earlier. I'm on the Hurts side, but it's close. And Davin, trade Kamara for Josh Downs and Charbonnet. Yeah, of course. And As Park, Dubs or Debo. This one's tough. I think I'd go Debo. Roheen, do I do Saquon for Warren? Nah, man, just keep Saquon. And ASAP Coop said, why? said, oh shit, where'd it go? Where did ASAP Coop go? Dang it, where did it go? ASAP Coop, I was totally reading out your comment and like went away or something. Oh, why didn't Sean Payton wake up for the deadline day? Yeah, he should have, but their team is 7-2 right now. They're doing real good. Let me see. Blake, do I trade away Adams for Rico? No. I mean, I guess it depends on how bad you need a running back, but I would rather not. Giovanni, Keenan Allen, DK, and Dobbins for Judkins and Devontae, or Keenan Allen, DK for Goddard, and Goddard for St. Brown. I like the Judkins Devontae one. Yeah, you're getting Judkins and Devontae, right? And Duraga, Jaden Daniels need a QB. Would you do Debo and Goddard for Josh Allen? I mean, probably, but Josh Allen hasn't been Josh Allen, you know? Madeline, Daniels out. Dak on by. Do I pick up Dart or Darnold? I like Darnold. Ryan, what should I do with BTJ, Travion, Bam Knight, Jordan Mason, Jacoby Myers? Shit. I mean, Travion, I said earlier, if it's a shallow-ish league, he's probably droppable. Bam Knight's probably in that case too. Jordan Mason probably droppable. I mean, dude, really BTJ and Jacoby Myers are the only guys I would say not to drop. And he said, is Tajay Spears a drop? Probably. I mean, it does depend on the depth that you have, but he wouldn't be someone that I'd be stressing to keep around if you can get a guy like Trey Tucker. Ryan, Themi 98. I had Tucker Kraft. He's out for the year. Got offered to trade Nico and Bowers for Jamar Chase. Do I do it? Man, probably not. Probably not. And Joe said, man, and guys still start with Swift questionable. I mean, it's definitely not as good of a matchup as it was last week. But if Swift is out, yeah, I mean, I think he's still at least a flex-worthy guy. Giovanni, Bucky, Genti, and Monty for RBs. Yeah, I mean, that doesn't matter. I'd still do that trade, the Judkins, Devontae one. And 24K, Josh Allen or Darnold? Probably got to go Josh Allen versus the Dolphins. And Ryan said my bench is bad. He said all those guys are getting dropped besides BTJ and Jacoby. Yeah, I would. Retool, man. Travis said was offered Chase Brown and Waddle for Derrick Henry. I smashed that, right? Probably. I mean, Derrick Henry's gonna get better, but yeah, if you need the extra wide receiver, I probably would. And G Clips lost JD5, Sam Darnold, or JJ. Probably going Sam Darnold. Wes said trading away CD for Wandale and Judkins. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. I said a little earlier, I don't want to be the guy who's trading away the best player. I want to be the guy who's giving up depth to get the best player in the trade. All right, I'm probably going to shut this down here in a second, TikTok. But throw in some roses or something. Let's give me staying longer. And Eric said 420 points. Yes, sir. I killed it this week. It's 2.0 PPR, but we have IDP as well. So we have 17 starters, 9 offense, 8 IDP. And Amit, Loveland, Juwan Man Johnson, or Musgrave rest of the season. Probably Loveland. Red Rooster, Gibbs, and Ibuka for A-Chain and Trey McBride. I have Fanning as my tight end. I'd do that. Yeah, if you're getting the A-Chain and Trey McBride side, I'm doing that. And Cole said, rate my trade, please. 226 first and 2 seconds for Javonte Pittman and a 28 first. I don't like it. I feel like you could have got way more. Like, I feel like you paid way too much for that trade. Way too much. But I like the players that you got. I just feel like you gave up like way too much capital. Like, those guys are probably worth a first and a second. And then like don't get back to 28 like first. But like, you gave up so much. Like, dude, I like the players. Hopefully they help you win, and then those picks don't mean shit anyways. Z Barrow Man said, what's Stephon Diggs worth? Shit, whatever someone will pay for him. Yeah. Not worth an insane amount. I know that much. Michael Schultz, Theo Johnson, or Cade. I like Cade long-term, but I like Schultz more this week, so it depends on what you need. Mikey said CD and Hall for Nico and Gibbs. I mean, Gibbs has kind of sucked. Man, because CD is the best player in this trade. I don't want to give him up. So no. And Jay said 400 points. What league are you in? It's a super dope league. It's 2.0 PPR. It is QB premium. So you see Stafford scored like 44 points. And then we have IDP. So it's 9 offense and 8 IDP. So we have 17 starters. But you'll see, even though I scored a crazy amount of points, my opponent did not. And hey, Smokey the Cat, what up, bro? He said Darnold or Caleb this week. Ooh, probably going Darnold. And TJ trade Pickens, Mark Andrews, Quentin Johnson for Jacobs, Zay, Garrett Wilson. Should I do it? I mean, it's too much for too much. Like, we got to make calculated trades, not just trades just to trade. Like, what are you actually trying to improve on your team? Check the status. I got to hear your replacements for Kraft. I mean, I posted them all on Patreon. I mean, there's not much. Got Dalton Schultz. You got Fanning. You got Kate Otten. You got Loveland. But, I mean, those are like some of the guys that are readily available. And 6 Ainge said Addison for Aaron Jones. I want Addison. Mike Kelsey, you think Stroud will be back? Man, he's probably going to miss. He's probably going to miss a week. Especially when they're, like, not doing good. Like, what's the reason for him, like, needing to rush? So we'll see. Got to pay attention. Make sure you guys follow me on Patreon. It's 420crew.com. Throughout the week, I'm always posting stuff there, injury reports. I'm going to be posting the best starts and sits, and it's all based on how much the defenses give up to the certain positions. all types of stuff. Last week I posted a crazy strength of schedule that broke down the regular season and the playoffs for every single positional group, every single team. And Crispy said, Judge Mills Lane.
Let's get it on.
Daniel said Bucky and Garrett for Bijan and DK. Probably. Check the stats, meaning Fannin, Theo Johnson, possible Juwanna Man since Shaheed's gone. Yeah, I mean, but ever since Taysom Hill came back, Juwanna Man's been like super blah. Jacob, Harvey or Charbonnet? Harvey. Jacob, ETN for Flowers. Probably. Yeah, if you need the wide receivers, pretty even. Colin said I have Hurts and Dart. Should I drop Dart? I don't know if there's a reason for both. I mean, you'd be putting a pretty decent QB out on the wire, but like, you know, if you have Hurts, they're already off their bye. Like, you're not going to sit him unless he's hurt. So I'd maybe pick up another QB for depth in the playoffs, but yeah, you probably don't need it right now. And Jacob, Genty, and Higgins for Pittman in London. I mean, I'd be okay with that, especially if you need the wide receivers. And Jones Bones trade ETN for Kyren, win or loss. It's like you tied because, I mean, you didn't really win or lose unless one of the guys gets hurt. Kind of like in the same position, I feel. And Bowden, Keenan Allen, or Sutton? Sutton. Teacup, you think Garrett Wilson would be good this week if he's not questionable? Yeah, probably not. I mean, it's the Browns. They've been pretty tough against the wide receivers. And you know the morale is going to be low over there right now. Check stats is true. I'm probably waiting on waivers on Fanning, Loveland's landmine. He could be. What tight end isn't a possible landmine, especially ones that are on waivers right now? Should I trade Hurts, Igbuka, and BTJ for Lamar and Amon-Ra? If you can somehow get that, yeah. Mason Taylor or Musgrave, it's ugly both ways. I'm probably going Mason Taylor. And Bernardingo, I gave up BTJ for Rico at the right time. Yeah, I'd say so. And Zane said, how'd you get 400 points? Man, a dope-ass squad for one. But it's 2.0 PPR. It's QB premium, 15 yards per point, and then 6 points per passing touchdown. And then we also have IDP. So it's 9 offensive starters, 8 IDP starters. And that's for the multiple guys asking about the points. Shout out to Zane and Jay. Jake, Warren, Dobbin, or ETN? Probably Warren. Probably ETN. Mike, I'll drop Butte or Downs for Parker Washington. I mean, I just don't like Downs. I'm probably going to drop him. Bernardingo, who do you keep? Jacoby Myers? Or would you keep? Yeah, for sure. Joey, can I start Breece Hall? I mean, I wouldn't want to, but it all depends on your options. And Will Plow said Justin Jefferson for Sam Laporta and Igbuka. I need a tight end. No. Yeah, I'm sure there's another way you can get a tight end besides trading Justin Jefferson. D Wade brokenness. Give May to get Caleb, Chase Brown, Addison. I mean, I just don't like Caleb, but I mean, it's two good skill guys coming back. Lucas said ETN, Wandale, or Manning guy in the flex this week. As of right now, I'll say ETN, but make sure you come back because if Swift doesn't play, you know, Manning guy's probably going to be in the mix there. Logan, start Coleman or Washington. Probably Washington. Joey, Franklin, or Goddard in the flex. Probably Goddard. And NYK, if you need a running back, would you do CD for Bijan? No. I'd want to figure out how to get both of them on my squad, not trade one for the other. And Crispy said, Bo, Stafford, or Love, sit one. Probably Love. Doug said, "Can we get a neck pop tonight?" I've already been cracking the neck. I don't have any left. Oh, I got a little one there. And Sunglasses said, "How's it possible to get 400?" Man, I mean, there's a whole big world out there besides the default scoring leagues. It's crazy how many people are like so thrown back by the points. But 2 reasons. It's 2.0 PPR. It's also QB premium scoring, but it has IDP involved. So we have 9 offensive starters and 8 IDP starters. And Arjun said downs for Kamara. Dude, Kamara's sucking, man. I don't know why you'd want to trade for him. Jacob said, what would it take to get CD? Worth it if I ship 3 players? I mean, you'd probably be able to ship no less than 3 players for him. And Braden said, "I'd have 428 points." Man, you just missed the explanation. So 2.0 PPR. It's also QB premium and tight end premium scoring. And we have IDP. So there's 9 offensive starters, 8 IDP starters. And TikTok's popping tonight, but let's see if we can get someone throwing some roses or something to keep me on here longer, because I've been rocking for probably almost 2 hours right now. And you know what? It seems like YouTube and everything's a little bit dead, so we're gonna shut it down over there. And we always get a nice little song on the way out here. Here we go.
Yeah. 420. Light it up, smoke it. Let that bud choke it. Drop a super chat. I'll hit a fat ass down.
Shout out to Justin Pickle in a Jar and Chris Patriot Sports, the executive producers. Shout out to the producers. Shout out to the co-producers. Shout out to the associate producers. And then shout out to the epic and the awesome supporters. We'll see you guys tomorrow. And don't forget about the best ball draft tomorrow, 6 p.m. West Coast time, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans. Here comes the